Hey now. What's happening,
What's going on,
guys?
you guys? Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, dude. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you.
How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, John. Hey, Tom.
How's it going, everybody?
It is going good. It is Wednesday, November the 3rd, 2021. We're already into November.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Going quick.
getting a little cool around here too. Yeah.
A little cool. It's got downright cold.
Oh yeah, it was cold
Ridiculous
as hell.
this morning. It was ridiculous, but
Yeah.
It's become hoodie weather.
Well, I had to
Sure.
sit there. It was the first day I had to sit there and de-ice my windows.
it's
Yeah, me
beyond
too.
hoodie. It's beyond hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, John, you get it much worse than me, but I can't complain. But
Yeah.
not ready for that season to start.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Well, I saw Sandra was talking about they were getting snow.
Mm.
So everybody
Yeah.
up north is already feeling winter.
Yeah.
I mean, in Canada, they're feeling it. And they're feeling it up north. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We have a special guest tonight.
We have an awesome guest.
Yes,
awesome
we do.
guest.
Very
We'll
cool.
have a
Who we
couple.
have?
We'll have also a couple unboxings later on. Before we bring in our guests, let's recognize these fine folks in the chat. Sandra is out there. Lenny,
Sandra.
Lou, and Mary.
Lenny and Mary. Love you guys.
Live Sour.
Sandra.
Christopher.
Mary.
Brendan
bro.
B squared.
Brendan.
Hey, dude.
Butt cheeks.
Dan of New Jersey.
Dan, how you doing, bro?
Nice to see you, dude. Janice Lala. Thomas Santiago.
Janice, how are you? Thomas, brother. Good to see you.
Keith H. Nice to see you,
Keith,
dude.
what's up, bro?
And we'll catch them as they show up. Is that right? That's right. All right. So, John, I'm excited about our guests.
Yeah, so am I.
You got a wonderful event that happens up in your area every fall that all of us Van Halen fans hear about and want to be there too. Yeah, you wanna
Yeah, so our
go
special
it from there?
guest tonight is Joe Summa. Joe is the godfather of the EVH Con, and he'll explain to us how it all came about and everything about it. And we have some photos and stuff to show, and we'll talk about the this year's EVH Con also, and the cast of characters that a lot of people know that are always there, that are on all these boards and shows and things like that. So let's not wait any longer, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's bring him in. So everybody, please welcome Joe Summa.
There he is.
Yo.
There he is.
Joe.
Joe, welcome.
Welcome, Joe.
Great to be here. Thanks, guys.
How you doing, man?
Good. Very good. I've watched your show a bunch of times and just psyched to be a part of it. It's great.
Well, thanks for being here. Yeah, we hear about your event each year, and it's an honor to have you tonight. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe. It's a thrill, man.
Yeah.
You know, just for a second, I just want to tell you, the whole last year, all I've been able to hear is guys reminisce about the years prior to this last year with the downtime from COVID. Mm-hmm. And I know coming up now, this would be EVH number 7 instead of 6.
15.
Is that correct?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because you guys you missed that whole year. And I want to ask you the question a little further down the line. You can answer if you want. What did you do anything to celebrate last year at all? Did you guys get together at all on Skyping or?
You know, I'm sad to say we didn't, and I wish we did. it was just one of the, a year ago, we were still in a really weird place geographically where we are and everything.
Yeah.
The only thing, it was unrelated, but the only thing that I did during COVID that was kind of fun was we had a call once with it was myself, it was Derek from Van Halen out in California,
Mhm.
A guy you guys may have heard of named Alan Garber.
Hmm.
I've heard that name
All right.
once or twice. Yep.
He's
He's
a
up on the
hardcore
Yep.
Van Halen fan. I mean, this guy, and he's like a Edward encyclopedia of sorts. And also a guy you guys might know from YouTube years ago named he goes by Doug Steele. You know who he is?
Yeah.
Sure,
Doug
absolutely.
Steele.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to
I think
Doug's
he's in
channel for
Australia.
years.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah,
John
he's a
something.
monster
I subscribed to
player.
him forever, man.
Yep.
He was there. Who else was there? Greg Renoff, who wrote the book, the Van Halen book, and it was just like a couple of hours of hanging out, talking shop. We all had guitars on.
Mhm.
How do you play this? How do you play that? And it was, we all learned something because we were all playing something
Awesome.
wrong as usual.
That's
so it was
awesome.
fun.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
But as far as EVH Con, I thought about doing maybe just a few people, maybe a virtual one, and I got so sick of everything being virtual. I was like, I don't want to do that.
It doesn't have the same vibe. Doesn't have the same
No.
vibe, same feel. Yeah.
No, it
Also,
doesn't.
it traditionally happens right around October, and Ed passed away last October, and I think we were all kind of like on top of the COVID. I think
I didn't think. I mean, that's the most obvious reason why we didn't do anything, because we were all so just devastated, and that's probably the main reason, because obviously none of us are over it even now, and probably never will be. But it was a rough couple of months. Even I've thought to myself at times, like, what if COVID didn't happen, and Ed, would we have still had it? Probably, I guess. I don't know. It's weird,
It might have been the biggest one you ever had. It might have gone the other way.
It might have been. That's why I think this one is going to be extra special, because not only did we not have it last year because of COVID, but it's the first one we're having since Ed passed, and it's going to be, in some way, it's going to be kind of a memorial service too. In a
whole different
fun
thing going. Yeah.
not in a sad way, but in a cool way. So I look forward to it.
That's an interesting way to look at it, that having this year to go over and just reflect and deal with his passing, maybe it was for the best. Maybe it,
Yeah, I think you could be right.
Interesting. That's interesting. I hadn't looked at it that way before, Joe. I hadn't.
It might have been last year. It might have been too raw, too soon.
Yeah. Wow.
It's tough to say.
Yeah. So you guys are doing it again. This is so cool.
We are. The difference with this year is that we didn't really promote it. In fact, years past, we kind of put stuff all over Facebook. I don't know if we really Instagram the past couple of years has taken off so much that I don't even know if we were doing Instagram 2 years ago. But Facebook, and this year, because of COVID and everything, we wanted to keep it kind of to a smaller group. So it was sort of it wasn't advertised, and it's kind of like an alumni event, if you will.
Sure.
So, guys all the guys that come every year, I let know about it. Some other people too, but there's, I was telling Tony before, the past couple of weeks, I've gotten a lot of phone calls from people who have been online, been on Facebook, and have heard about it and said, listen, I'd really like to come. And what am I going to say? No, you know what I mean? These are
really
Halen fans. So
really?
I felt a guy out today who called from New Jersey, and I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of like just people who've been there before and everything like that, and then we started talking and about just like Ed and stuff like that, and he was like, yeah, he goes, you know what? He's like, I really, I dug his playing and his tone on 84. He's like, but right when, and I really liked 5150, the album. But when Sammy entered the band, something happened to his playing, not in a negative way, but just in a more restrained kind of almost going through the motions at times way. And I was like, okay. So anyway, it's Sunday, 1:00. I was like, you're in, you get it. And it wasn't a knock on Ed at all. It's just that he picked up on something that I have thought too over the years, which is that
Sure.
he just, and I'm not saying I love everything he did with Sammy, but it's just something, there was like a switch that was hit after 84.
Yeah.
And his playing and his tone and everything.
It's
And,
very noticeable. It's very
Yeah.
noticeable. And, you know, I've said
In
this
my
on
head, the switch was hit much earlier.
yeah. Well, I've said this on a couple of occasions, and I've heard this from these other guys. So I'm just repeating it. Ed was a reflection of the lead singer in each of those bands. He played a certain way when he was around Dave. He played a certain way when he got around Sammy. And I'll just use those two as a specific. When he was playing with Eddie, I call it the soloing Eddie, because you know, the original songs on the original album, he shredded the whole song. It's not like there was a solo here. On Fire, he's on fire the whole song. The solo was almost like a resting point for him to take off again. In a way, you can look at it that way. It's not slower. It's just this little different refrain to get you catch a breath, so he takes off again. I love the Roth era. That's my thing.
Yeah.
When he got around Sammy, he started playing chords. He played full notes. He experimented differently. His soloing changed because he would, instead of sort of being aggressive and fighting with Dave, with Sammy, they sort of flowed differently. They flowed the same.
Yeah.
Dreams.
Definitely.
The solo in Dreams is an enhancement of the vocals, you know, the chorus, and they mirror each other.
But make no mistake, I am by no means a Roth only Van Halen fan. I mean, I love everything except, like, you know, Josephina, right? So I mean,
I like that one.
That's okay. I'm not going to knock on 3, but
I think most
my
of us are
favorite-
like
my-
that. You know,
my 2 favorite Van Halen songs, if someone said what are the 2 best, you know, songs Van Halen ever put on record, I would say Unchained and 5150. You know, that's it. So
interesting. Best of both eras. Best of both eras. Yeah. Yeah.
50, I don't know, if someone put a gun to my head, 50, and they said, give me one song, I might say 5150, just because it's got such little bit of everything, and it's a
perfect song.
Inspired. It's very inspired.
Yeah.
That too, you know?
But I didn't want to get off topic. I'm sorry. We started talking about
Hey, if you're talking about Van Halen around here, you are on topic.
No,
That's never off topic here, man.
Yeah,
Joe,
you had mentioned something earlier. It didn't matter who sang in that band in 1986. That playing elevated. You know, didn't matter if you loved the singer or hated the singer. The Ed took it to another level in '86.
Yeah, that's if someone said pick a year where he was just at his absolute peak, I'd say the 5150 tour. You know, I'd say Live Without a Net. You know, I mean, I
have to agree.
You know, I was at Live Without a Net in New Haven, so I'm partial to that.
His peak, absolutely.
But that was his peak. Even '88, like those shows, if you can find him on YouTube, he's just blazing. He's you know, like any of you guys at the John, you were at Monsters of Rock, right? Giant Stadium.
Yeah.
You were there. Yeah, I mean that was like he was on fire. No pun intended.
Yeah, I made I had a bootleg of that. I still have it somewhere. I shoved the tape recorder down my pants and I actually got it in. It was a pretty good quality bootleg.
Did you?
Awesome.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an incredible show. But I think you're right. I think the 86 is you know, you take, they were at the peak. They were in that rarefied air. You know how every band when they're on the public conscious, they're like, you know, they are the band, and they were in the 84. That was the main year. But in the surrounding years after that, they were in that glow. You know how U2 had that glow, like every band when they're like at the peak,
Yeah.
you know, and so they were still, Van Halen was still in that rarefied air in 86. The only difference was Eddie seemed real happy. And then when you put that combination together, it was just like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it was
Yeah.
explosive. It was
Sure.
really,
Absolutely.
you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly right. Joe, I'm compelled to ask you, sir, where did EVH Con come from? Where
Sure.
was that born at?
Yep. So John, you before, I think you said I was the godfather of EVH Con.
One of them, I guess, right?
Yeah. So that's a bit. Thank you for that title. That's.
Well, you're here, so we're saying that. If he was here, you know.
Yeah. If I'm the godfather of EVH Con, the consigliere is Jim Vomvis.
There you go.
So what happened? I'll go back to 2010, maybe 11. I got a delivery of guitars from EVH, and among them was a USA black Stealth, but with block inlays. And I was like, "Whoa,
one of only 7 made, right, or something?"
7 or 8 or something like that. It was like a mistake, I guess. I've heard different guys argue about it. I'm not gonna. I don't care. I got one of them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this is pretty cool. But so I called my rep and stuff. He's like, yeah, that was a batch that like wasn't supposed to be made, but they made them and they just sent them out, and you just happened to get one. So I was like, all right, well, I don't. At the time, I already had whatever guitar, so I was like, I guess I'll. In retrospect, I wish I kept it, but anyway, I put it up. I put it on, I think on eBay, and this was obviously pre-reverb, 2011. And some guy messaged me, and he's like, "Hey, I saw this guitar. It looks really cool. I'm in Connecticut. If I come down to your store and we make a deal for it, is that cool outside?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Come on down." So anyway, this guy, my name is Jim, whatever. And next week, this guy came to my store, and he was just a trip. Like he was just like, because he was the first guy I met who was as big or maybe bigger of just an Eddie psychopath as I was, right? He was just rattling off all this stuff. And I was like, wow, damn, like you're okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, we sat there and, and he brought his Splawn head to try it with. Because we were talking on the phone before, and he's like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "What do you play through?" He's like, "Oh, I have a Spawn." I'm like, "Oh, I've never heard of Spawn." He's like, "Oh, I'll bring it." So we brought that. We fired that up through like an EVH 212, and hung out and played guitar and everything. He told me about his band, his tribute band and everything, and he ended up buying the guitar. And then I don't know, he bought a couple other things from me over the next year or so. A cab. I think he bought another head, maybe a 50-watt head or something, and we started talking one day, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had like a Star Trek convention, but it was just for like Eddie, like just a Van Halen fanatic convention, and everyone showed up, and there's just striped guitars everywhere, and everyone's plugged in, like just tapping all over the place, like hearing eruption. It's like I said, like it would be like Guitar Center, on a Saturday afternoon in like the mid '90s. But with like good players, and all you hear is Van Halen, just people playing all over the place, hanging out, we could get a band, we could, and he was like, yeah, let's, what happened? I'm back. Okay. So we said, let's try to do that. And the rest of it is kind of fuzzy because I mean, John, that's how I met you, right?
Yeah, but I didn't come until later. It's so funny. I knew of Jimmy back in like 1995, 1996. He was on the VHML, and so was I. So I knew Jim Vomvis. I knew the name.
Oh my God.
So he was hardcore. Back then I could tell he was an intense guy like that back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when I met you and met him that day, I'm like, now I finally meet Jim Bombas in the flesh, and Joe describes him perfectly. He's high octane.
He's intense.
He's
in
intense.
a good, very, very passionate way. I
Yeah,
mean, there's no,
he
you
is.
know,
He's a great.
if
He's
you've
a
seen his,
loyal, great friend. He's just a great guy, Jimmy.
yeah, and he has some funny stuff he's posted when he goes to, the times he's gone to see Van Halen. He sits in row one. That's just what he does. He's right there.
Always.
And I remember in the 2015 tour, there was a certain security guy that like took his camera or something, or made him put his camera away, and he got really, really pissed at the guy and started posting all this Facebook stuff. It was funny, but so Jimmy and I started talking about it, and I guess like the cast of characters that was assembled for the first one was, Dave Nesdahl, because Dave was doing his thing with Johnny Bean at the time. So you weren't at the first one, John?
I wasn't at the first one. No, I didn't even know about it at the first one.
Wow, man,
I don't even know how I found out about the second one. I don't even know how did I find out about the second one? I don't even know.
I wish I didn't sound so clueless about the history of this, but basically it came together. The first one, I remember Nesdahl was there, P. Crouch was there. I think we promoted it on Facebook and got like a handful of people there. I believe Adam Reaver was there at the first one too. I think Adam's been to everyone.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was another little, not little, but another draw we had for the first one was, Adam Reaver of FU Tone, father of the D-Tuna, will be there. And if you want upgrades performed in your guitar, bring your guitar. He'll do it and stuff like that. So that was cool too.
That's
and
priceless.
we had, another idea was we were going to have a house band. And the house band would be there for anyone who wants to play a Van Halen song with a band. You'll get to do it. We had, God, who played drums I think the first year I got the guys, I played in a Van Halen tribute band called Unchained out of New Jersey for a long time.
Mhm.
And I got my singer, Ricky, to come sing. I got one of our drummers, John Listorti, who's an awesome drummer, to come. He played drums. The first one, I can't remember who played bass. I'm embarrassed to say I can't remember, but and my singer Ricky is like, when he's on, and
He sounds like David Lee Roth, man.
yeah, it's crazy. He was in the Atomic Punks too for a couple of years back in like 2010, 11.
Hasn't he even done voiceover work as David Lee Roth's voice or something? I thought
yeah. He did that for a movie, I think, or something.
He's got that whole vibe of the Roth vibe. If you guys hear him, you'd be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, it's just that he's not trying to do it. Like I remember, I put when I tried to start the band back in like early 2000. I was living in Hoboken, New Jersey, and I put an ad in this music newspaper. I think it was called, oh my God, what was it? Not the Recycler. It was some, Jersey back then, early internet, people still did print ads for singer, drummer, guitarist wanted and everything. And I lied. I said I had a bass player and a drummer, and we were just looking for a Dave. It was just me. And this guy replied, and he called me. And when he called me, he was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, what the I'm like, like, I thought, I'm like, is he trying to sound like Dave on the phone, or is this guy actually, is this his speaking voice? And it was his speaking voice. And after I talked to him for a while, and I'm like, well, have you ever played Van Halen in a band? He goes, yeah, hold on. I got a recording of my old band doing Running with the Devil. And he fumbled with a cassette, and he over the phone, he played it for me. And it sounded like Van Halen 1. And I was like, what the I was just like, okay, well, let's get together. He's like, yeah. He goes, so you got the rest of the band, right? I'm like, well, yeah, I got some guys, yeah, but I don't know if they're really available quite yet. Do you know anyone? And he's like, oh yeah, I can get a drummer and a bass player if we just want to get together and play some stuff. No problem. And I was like, cool, okay. So he told me, go to this place in Jersey City. And the next week I went there. I remember it was snowing. We went in. there was a guy on drums who ended up being our drummer for the first year, and some guy on bass who that was the only time I ever played with him, but he was great. And we played, 4 or 5 songs. I remember we did Mean Street, Unchained, Light Up the Sky. You Talk About Love, and like Running with the Devil. And so, but back to, so Ricky's been the house singer for, I think almost every EVH Con. I mean, I can't remember if in 29, I mean, everyone you've been to, John, has he been there?
I don't think he was there in 19. I think he was there maybe 16, 17, 18 or something like that. Or 15, 16, 17.
Okay.
Maybe 2 of them out of the 2 of them. I don't think he might have been there. Maybe 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So, but that was a big part of what we envisioned it to be, was like kind of like an open mic day, if you will, open guitar day for anyone who wants to play a couple of Van Halen tunes with a band, because a lot of the guys who go to EVH Con, like a lot of guys who play guitar in general, have maybe never played in a band. They never played, a Van Halen song with a drummer and a bass player and a singer. And it's just a real thrill for them to be able to do it. It's a freaking blast, And
I think it's cool for everybody, because it's kind of exhilarating, because you're not just playing in front of regular people. You're playing in front of a bunch of guitar
your
rabid
peers.
With their arms
absolutely
folded,
are. But the
arms
thing,
folded like this. So it's like,
but the cool thing is, I think that the vibe at EVH Con is that it's not a competitive thing. Like,
no, everybody is like cheering for each other. But still,
everyone's
you're looking
cool
at it. Like,
I was telling Tony earlier, there are guys who play at EVH Con who, can barely play, which is fine. And there's guys who can play, guys who get up there who could, step in for Ed one night, and if they sat behind stage, they'd pull it off, right? And either way, it's all fun. It's not about how good you are or how well you can play, the intro to Mean Street, not streets. Okay,
Plural.
So I had to say that my biggest Van Halen pet peeve, both hearing and in print, is anytime I hear or see Mean Streets, I want to scream.
I heard Nuno say it. I was thinking of you.
I heard him say it too, and I gave him a pass because he's Nuno and he's a freaking god. So that's okay. But I'm sorry, I just had to get that in. But yeah, so the live playing part of it is a big part of it every year, and it's just the spectacle of the guys who bring in their guitar collections, because you see stuff that is just, I mean, we're talking like a couple years ago you had Scott Smith, who's like the godfather of EVH replicas, sitting there talking to Chris Hubbard, who's modern day, like, just, phenom kid, talking to Nick Amendolara, who made my 5150. And it's like the amount of talent between these 3 guys sitting right there, and they're all just kind of shooting the shit. It's amazing.
That's outstanding.
Yeah,
so cool.
I'm sure your attendees too always have a new toy to bring each year.
Yeah, well,
or at least a different one.
Rob Johnson usually brings a semi, like a tractor trailer, and he unloads all his the museum.
He brings this 5 this year, this 5 the next year.
Yeah, he's he said he's got the snake this year.
Oh, yeah, there you go. See,
that's
incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So it's the best gear. It's just absolutely a collection of the best gear, and you can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like showing hell at school, but all with guitars. And we got.
Yeah, everybody needs. So Joe owns a music store, Greenwich Music, and basically all his guitars that are for sale in the store are basically packed away. And that day of the EVH Con, all that's on the walls are all these guitars that people have made or had made, and it's just like your mind
stripes everywhere.
Your head's gonna explode. Right. Tony's got some photos here. You want to?
Yeah, that's just like a one little.
Like, look at this.
Yeah. Wow.
But
wow.
it's so but and each year it's even like last year, the last couple of years, I mean, with the wet dry wet setup, Craig Stofko with the 3 cabinets, I mean, it's just like it's gotten to like, arena proportions in there. The volume, it's just it's incredible. It's just it's a great day. It really is.
Yeah, the wet dry wet thing is just, oh man, if you haven't played through one of those, and I've only done it at EVH Con, it's amazing.
It
The
is
sound,
mind blowing.
you hit an A chord and it goes through your skull, your chest, and your just everything, and it's just like it just it takes your whole body over, and you're like, oh my god, and the delay too, where it's like it's
spatial delay. It's just like it's mind blowing. You're right, 100%.
That's outstanding, you guys.
Yeah, you're basically playing through, and the pedal boards that are there. Oh, Janice. Hi, Janice. I know Janice. Joe, can people park in the other stores around your store? It's hard to park there. Janice is right. But because it's on Sunday, parking shouldn't be an issue.
Excellent.
Excellent. I'm seeing these comments, guys. I don't need to be reading them. Should I?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
it's fine.
All right. So Lenny Lou says, will he be setting up guitars again? He did I
guess Adam did it.
Music Man with 8. Yeah, Adam should be there. It needed work. Okay, cool. Yeah. Adam should be there doing upgrades, whatever FU stuff. You want your guitar tweaked. That's something we've had. I think Adam's been there every year. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's kind of just back there in the repair room, which is close to where it's right where everything's going on and everything like that. And he's back there, working away and everything.
That is so cool. Both Lenny and Janice are going to go.
Now, who's Lenny? Janice, I know. Janice is a regular customer of ours, but
Lenny was at the EVH Con before. I forget. I don't know which year, but
I believe it was
a couple of years at 19.
She has the Music Man EVH.
I think she was.
Yeah, Music Man EVH. So Adam set it up. I think it was the last one, 2019, right, Lenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know what year, but I know she was there 1 year at least.
Oh, she said it. Yeah,
Didn't know it was Adam.
My first con didn't know it was Adam then. Yay.
Yeah. I saw a picture of her there. That's the only reason I knew.
Yeah. So aside from this, Joe's got a music store, Greenwich Music. I was in there the other day, and he's got some incredible gear. He's got Adam's FU tone guitars. I mean, and those things are just, I could not believe how well they played, how beautiful they sounded. I was like blown away by that guitar the other day.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah,
Adam doesn't make garbage. Everything he makes is spot on.
Yeah,
and they are legitimately good, and they're great price. If people should take a look into those. They're really great guitars. Joe's got them there. You got a couple of those PVs, the HP.
HP2s. Wolfgangs. Those are nice.
And they're it's incredible. You got the Deep Ocean, and you got is that Tiger Eye, the other one?
Yeah.
He's got one of each of those in there. Incredible. You got a line of Kramer guitars in there now. I mean, it's just like
it's just that, but and as is the case with everything else in the world, the supply chain with guitars is still really bad. Like, I mean, I'm and the rest of the industry are waiting on stuff that I should have had in May, and
wow.
Certain companies like Fender and Gibson, so they stopped taking orders a few months ago, and my Gibson guy just emailed me and said December 1st you can start ordering Gibson, Epiphone, and Kramer again for delivery next year, but it's like, it's tough, man. It's so these days, whatever you can get, you get it, and try to sell it.
You got some great stuff in there right now. I'm telling you, I was blown away by that stuff the other day. But if anybody's looking for guitars, hey, you contact Joe.
I mean, it's and the other thing is at EVH Con, it's also a guitar, like a guitar show in general. So there's, I'm sure I know there's been guitars that have sold there, not that I've had in my store, but just the guys have brought, guys have seen, and guys have been like, you know what, I dig this. I have to have this. What'll it be? And so there's some trades and
Sure.
sales and stuff going on
You
too.
couldn't put a group of you guys together like that and not have that go on anyway.
No, you're right.
No,
That's
no,
awesome.
definitely. But
That's awesome.
but this year too, I was thinking, I was talking to John about this too, like not long ago. Because it's the first one that's happened since Ed passed. I'm wondering if a couple people might want to kind of say a few words about Ed and about what he meant to all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. I'm not sure. I mean, I'd like to, but it's just such a he means so much to all of us in so many different ways, and it's tough to think that I'm not going to see him again.
Well,
Yeah.
I would surely think that in hindsight, Joe, with that group of great guys, something really cool and amazing is gonna happen.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
When you get that many people in the same room,
And still, though, they, and I want to ask you this. This could easily, year after year, this could get large.
Is
And
there?
I've asked John and you about this before, Joe. Do you see that happening? I mean, even accidental, this could easily get huge in a couple of years.
Yeah, I think it could. I think I could envision it being. I mean, I know I've had guys from different parts of the country, West Coast in particular, saying, "Oh man, I that's a blast. That's like a blast. I'd love to go to that. Are you guys ever gonna like do it in L.A.
Vegas.
Or what's that?
Vegas.
Vegas, yeah. Have it coincide with Dave's farewell run there,
Yeah, there you go.
which I just saw was extended now. Like there's March dates too.
Hey.
I thought he was retiring in January.
Okay.
Just saying.
It's hard to nail it down. It really is.
Well, I'm just saying, with the mailing list, with the technology back then and the popularity, this could get huge up there in your area.
Yeah. It could have gotten bigger already, I think, but it's like, definitely could have, I think. What do you think,
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely at the point where it's probably gonna it could outgrow Greenwich Music. I mean like my store is not tiny, but it's not big. You can you can fit 80 people in there or so milling around, which is a decent little group, but something
That
like
was the
this
question I was going to ask you, Joe. What's
Yeah,
the
you
cap
may
on the number of people that you could actually have in your store?
you may have to
For
rent the downtown
event?
ballroom in a few years.
yeah, right.
That's the thing.
But your store has sort of a traditional ambiance. I mean, every time I've heard David Nesdahl and even Rob Johnson, I've heard them talk about you a couple of times. And they talk about your store. They always make sort of it's an iconic store. I mean, it's,
It's I mean, it's cool because about was it 10 years? It's been a while. 10 years ago, there was this part of the store that used to be like they used to have the guitar tech out like on the floor where you could like kind of see him. Like if you go into a Guitar Center in the back, there's like the bench there and the guys there like doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that. But at a certain point, I was like, this is just taking up too much space, and I have another room back there.
Mm-hmm.
So let me look into buying like a portable, removable like stage, and that's what I did, and made a little stage area, and we've used it for open mic nights. We've used it for student concerts for the kids to take lessons, and that's what we use for EVH Con. It's enough to, you can't move that much around up there and do the big unchained spread eagle stuff, but like you can fit a drummer, a bass, a guitar, and a singer up there, and it's fine. So
excellent.
No different than a small club, really. When you think about it, the size of the stage.
Yeah. I've never been to the Cafe Wa, but from what I understand, it's probably about like EVH Con.
Yeah, probably. Right?
I've seen the videos on the Facebook page. Have I got that in the Sandra? Yeah, I've seen those in each year's and wish I could go each year.
Yeah, Tony, you got more photos? You want to throw some photos up?
You have any, John, there, and I'll highlight you?
I got them on my phone. I have to go find them. But let me see if I can find any here. Hold on.
Hey guys, a shout out. I see Reverend Kurt is in the chat. Kurt, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you. That's awesome.
That's just one wall there. I mean, look at all those 5150s at the bottom. There's a whole arsenal in them, and there's a stealth 5150 and a stealth 5150 base. And then here's another view over here. You got
dude.
You got the
awesome.
The 2015 Tour replica over there in the top corner.
So just to ask a question, all of the guitars you're showing right now, you've already taken all your inventory and put it away. This is from people attending who are bringing their guitars to show them, play them. Is that correct?
Correct.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
That is flipping outstanding.
You can tell every single one that Mark brought because they're all left-handed.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And you say
5150, man, is awesome. Is that Craig's? Stofko's?
Yeah, the stealth ones are Craig Stofko's.
Yeah,
CHS.
I was looking at like the real high-res photos he had when he did the last one on his Instagram. I was like, oh man,
that's a hot for teacher one right there.
Yeah.
And there's and there's also a little rig set up there too. That was I guess Jimmy's rig, I guess. Joe,
yeah,
right?
That was a few years ago before he went to the dark side of Kemper.
Yeah. Right. And that's that's like that Walker body that Jimmy loves. It's like 10 pounds. Body's like 10 pounds.
Oh yeah, probably more.
Yeah, right. He loves those. There's I think that was a Pete's pedal board.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
And then just like look at this kid right here. There's Ricky, the singer that we were talking about. Joe was talking about his singer from before.
Oh, John Berry. He messaged me the other day. He's going to try to make it. He's really good.
Yeah, now he's got to be like 17 or 18 years old, right?
Oh no, he's going to be like in his 20s, dude.
Oh, you think he's that old now? Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
We're old. Time's going.
Wow, time flies by, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys even over the last few years, you've got enough years in on this now, Joe. So you see actually these guys progressing as guitar players. You see them evolving and coming into their own, and like a big family. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that is really cool, man.
Sorry,
John, you did a killer something a couple years ago. What was it? What song did you play?
I don't know. Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman, yeah.
That one sounded pretty good. I remember that one.
Yeah, that was really good. Video. You got a video of that?
I do. Somewhere.
Yeah, that was great.
Keep talking. I'll play only like a couple seconds of it. Hold on a second.
Show it though.
You did Panama one year, I remember. I think.
Yeah, I did dirty movies, stuff like that. I've always wanted to play with it.
Yeah.
Let's see. And you always get up there. You did Hot for Teacher. You did Secrets with the double neck. That was
that was a project.
Oh, that was great.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
a little bit of
That's
that.
so cool, John.
It's all on
Nice.
YouTube.
Yeah.
There's tons of the
Excellent.
videos on YouTube. I think if you go under EVH Con and YouTube, you can find
Yeah.
a lot of other ones. EVH Con, EVH
Here,
Con 4.
hang on. Sandra, thank you. There it is.
There's the link right there.
Yes. There's video on there. All kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of over the last couple of years. There's a lot of videos and things like that up there. So,
Hey guys. Welcome. So, Kurt is in the chat, and Kurt is coming to EVH Con from the West Coast.
yeah, Kurt,
Yeah.
3,000 miles.
That.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, right. Where's he coming from?
Seattle, I think, right?
That's hardcore, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. That's the record setter.
Sure, it is hardcore. He's really hardcore.
Chris Hubbard came from, I guess, Michigan. Where's he live?
Yeah. He come from like northern, the farthest you can go north in Michigan. I think it's like basically almost Canada. I think where he.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not Seattle or whatever. I mean, that's
Seattle. Yeah, you're right. Seattle's even farther, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, who is this dude? What's his real name? Do we
Kurt.
know?
Kurt.
Kurt? Okay.
5150.
Kurt 5150. We call him the Reverend.
Let me.
Does he? Why do I know this? I know this guy from something.
He's on some of the other shows. He's on some of the other ones, and he's on Instagram. You might follow him on Instagram.
I do. Yeah, that's probably what's ringing a bell.
He loves the Kramer 5150. He's obsessed with it, like we are, Joe. So you probably
good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you'll like him automatically for that because he's obsessed.
Oh
with
yeah.
it.
He's.
There you go,
John. I'll bring him this thing so we can. He can.
Yo, he's the
check the horns.
He's the guy that's coming out to stay with Rob Johnson.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But the other the main thing that's just such a bummer about yeah, it is a bummer. Is that
show he's on there?
That's where you know.
Kurt yes,
from.
the British Electric.
Yeah,
British
Andrew,
okay.
Brad, and Kurt. They do a show every other week.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's their links. But Kurt is coming all the way out there from across the country. I'm understanding that's going to be a great trip.
That's amazing. I'll have to
get Kurt up there on the stage to play.
You guys are going to have so much fun.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say is that it's come to my attention, and John knows too, that like for the past several years, I think since year one, Eddie's known about EVH Con, and he's seen the videos from it, seen the pictures from it, and he really dug it and thought it was really, really cool. And a couple years ago, I think he actually wanted, if possible, to even go to it, which is just amazing. Wow. And I don't know how that would have worked or what. I mean, I don't think it's something he could have necessarily announced ahead of time. It would just have to be like, probably just show up and
in the door, right?
Walk in, and people be like,
yeah,
you can't let anyone know that something like that's going to happen. But it's cool. It's cool to me knowing that he knew about the event and appreciated it and
approved of it. Yeah,
kind of approved of it. Yeah,
nice.
Sure.
Well, you know what? And he probably would have enjoyed hanging out with people like that, talking about the guitars, and a lot of it has to do with his company, EVH Gear. I mean, those guitars are all over the place. We all have them there, and the amps and stuff like that. So I think that's that was his comfort zone, being around stuff like that too. Instead of
I told Tony before, being at EVH Con, it's almost like being in a room with people who all come from some weird country and you all speak the same language, and you're like really tickled that you speak EVH. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah, blah, and you just keep going. And and really, it's not. You can't have these conversations with most people, with most friends of yours, with most family members. They'll be like, most of our family members think we're freaking nuts, and we
I don't even
are,
want to hear it. I don't even want to hear about it. Yeah.
and we are, but it's just it's like a brotherhood. It really is. And
that's why we look so forward to it. That one day a year we can just go be with our people, freaks like us. It's like,
I mean, like, I was never into the Grateful Dead, and a few years ago, my wife made me go to a Dead and Company show, and now I'm kind of like a bandwagon, whatever, deadhead. But I like the term Edhead more than Deadhead.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
That's the real thing.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's awesome.
I've also heard through the grapevine, Joe, that you are. We know you're modest, but I've heard that you're a great guitar player.
Yeah, Joe can play. Joe,
I was at one point in time when I was like 17, maybe. That was a long time ago. Now, if I like to play Van Halen. The whole Eddie thing and playing that stuff is really something I'm very, what's the word? I'm not overly critical about. I'm just like, it's something I hold sacred. So when I see Van Halen tribute bands, whether on YouTube or whatever, like I'm brutal because I just like, if a guy's good, I'll be the first to say, wow, that's fucking awesome. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's something that a lot of bands have taken more as a clown show. Let's get the best wigs and go out there and look like Van Halen and whatever. And my band was always music first, sound first, playing first, and making it sound really great. It's, I don't know, man. Playing like Ed is really hard. There's guys who could.
Yes.
There's guys, but yet there's guys who could do it on a mechanical level, if you will. There's guys who could play, unlike me, who could play the opening lick to the Ice Cream Man solo without tapping, like I have to because I have short fingers. But they can do that, and then you have them play something else that's much more basic, and they just can't do it. It's really weird. I don't know. Playing Ed's stuff is it's, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's harder than it. The hardest stuff is the stuff that sounds easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then you have people that are like Simon Hotspur that are freaks of nature. John, did you hear his live without a net clip he did, the 4-minute?
Yeah, he's basically, I was telling John this too a while ago, like he's the best EVH guy I think to this point I probably ever heard. I won't name names. There's a couple other guys over the years that have been like, oh yeah, that guy's, there's a young guy who's really, really good, but like he was just, when he did his Van Halen 1 thing, like the whole album, that was just frightening. Right.
He was spot on.
The tone too, and I mean, I think he was using a Kemper or something, but
no one watches that can do. I don't think he's very original as a musician because my background comes from, I studied jazz in school, so I'm coming at it from, I've got a lot less technique than a lot of guys, but I see it like, I guess the Van Halen songs I like are ones more that are riffy as opposed to solos, only, because where I'm coming from at. But I just wonder sometimes, like, I see some dudes that can just do it 100%, but then they do their own stuff and it falls apart. But like if you go look at Simon's stuff, he's played in some heavy fusion bands. So I think for him at this point, like the technique part is secondary. Because I was talking to him about it, and he said, I'm able to just listen to it, and I already know that whole phrase in my head. I can see it in my head before I play it on the guitar. But he said, I'm able to focus faster on the nuances. And he said, it's only because, like, as a kid, I just never left my room.
Yeah,
He basically said, you know.
I believe it.
Timing, you know.
So Joe, I hear that I didn't make the attachment earlier, but I hear you're pretty high up on that list too.
Yeah, Joe, he's not going to toot his own horn, but
Yeah.
I've heard David Nesdall say some really nice things about you, Joe.
Yeah.
Rob Johnson as well.
When Joe plays it, he doesn't.
Cool.
When he
Plays
plays
like Eddie is how I heard it.
yeah, but he doesn't just like when he get up there, he won't get up there and just play like a lot of these cover bands do, just note for note, the exact solo, trying to do it like the record. Joe kind of has that Eddie vibe and feel where he, you know, how Eddie will improvise and he'll just do throw little things in there like that.
Yeah.
That's what he does, which makes
it
like,
his own.
Because it's just relaxed and it's just natural. It's not forced, and it's just like it's like, wow, man, this guy gets it. He can, he can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Joe, I think
you've never seen yourself.
Eddie's like a like, what am I trying to say? Eddie's not like a super versatile guitar player. Like he, like everyone's seen the footage, the video from him with like Simon and Garfunkel.
All Simon, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, like Eddie does what he does, and he does it better than anyone. And that's the thing. It's like he's got he even said it once in an interview. He's like, I have my bag of tricks, and I mix them up and do, what he does. And it's like and Stevie Ray Vaughan's the same way. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan only has
Angus
like
Young's the same way.
10
David
licks.
the same way.
But
they're stock things they do.
But the way they put them together, it doesn't matter that they're repetitive because they sound so freaking good. And Ed's the same way.
You know who's the worst for stock licks but does the most with them? Mike Stern. Breakdown. If you ever transcribe Mike Stern licks, they're so
way, man.
You're like, wait, this is so basic. But then you hear the way he puts shit together, and you're like, oh, damn. Okay, all right. Or look at Robin Ford stuff. Break it down. It looks like, okay, well, he's not doing anything that complicated, but oh, okay, I saw what he did there. Like that, it's on another level where it's like, first listen, it sounds simple, and then, you realize what.
Yeah, it's like, but Eddie's like, you could say that Ed's playing sometimes with solos and licks and everything is repetitive, but he does it in a way where you don't notice it. Like he that's contradictory, I know. Does that make any sense?
I think it's the phrasing. The phrasing is different every time, and different melody obviously on whatever song they're on, and the way he phrases. But he's very much, you can tell he comes from the school of classical training, dad, playing classical, playing jazz, that kind of stuff, because he does that. If you look at a lot of stuff, he's following the melody, or he's just building off the melody, or he's riffing off the melody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And use the triads, man. I mean, that's like, he's definitely playing like a piano player who then learned guitar 100%. I mean, just, his triad choices and all his suspensions. He's doing it, from all that piano playing, resolving those 5-1 suspensions that they make you like a classical piano teacher, an old Russian classical piano teacher is going to make you do those resolutions in every, in all 12 keys,
Yeah, maybe that's why he wrote so much stuff on piano and then, put it to guitar. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's also the piano. You mentioned the triads on a piano. Maybe that's how he came up with his tuning, where he would, flatten his B string to make that major triad sound nice and smooth and Running with the Devil. I mean, there's countless songs he does it on, but Running with the Devil or Unchained or Dancing Night Away, any of those tunes, where if you tuned it to a tuner and played it, it'd be like, ugh, you know, it sounds, that B string is so sharp, it sounds nasty. But his sounds like just beautiful, smooth, you know, like a piano, because it's crazy.
Yeah.
That drove me nuts too. Is before I realized he was flattening his B string, I'd be like, damn it, why isn't my tuner, like, it's not working? I'm not, you know, I'm doing it and I'm in tune and it sounds like crap, you know, and thought my intonation was off and everything. And then I was like, oh, he's playing a guitar that's out of tune, avoiding certain strings and bending the B string sharp when he needs to for certain chords. I was like, okay, I can't do that. That's God. Maniac.
We got
Maniac.
Rob 5150 in the chat.
Hey, Rob.
Just saw that. Hey, Rob, what's going on, man?
Welcome. Let me throw this out there for those just tuning in. We are spending an evening with Joe Summa of Greenwich Music in Riverside, Connecticut, home of EVH Con 6, coming up this Sunday, November 7th.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. Joe, you got quite a big weekend coming up, sir.
How many do you get, like RSVP? We're coming. Have you taken account? What are you expecting?
Not you know, nothing crazy. I think it's gonna, you know, because we didn't advertise it and it's not you know, open to the public, so to speak. It's gonna be yeah, as I've said, alumni only. So it's, you know, everyone that's coming, we basically know, aside from the people that've called over the past couple weeks and have said, hey, listen, I heard about this. I'd really like to come. You know, I have a guy who bought one of the FU Pro guitars about a week and a half ago, just through our website, and he bought it, and then he called the next day and said, hey, you know, I saw this thing on Facebook that you guys are having. I'd love to come to it. Can I, instead of you shipping it to me, can I just pick the guitar up at your store? And I was like, so yeah, cool. Perfect. That's great. You know, a little more, whatever.
He'll get Adam to set it up for him. Maybe that would be so cool.
Yeah, he's coming. We're gonna. It's a purple.
He's froze.
A purple FU guitar. So
there he is. You're back.
We're gonna throw some purple titanium.
Oh, that'll look cool.
You're gonna upgrade for the Floyd
shirts into it for him.
Yeah, those guitars are really, really nice. The Adams guitars, I was really impressed with them.
To kind of pimp it out a little bit more.
Very cool.
Nice.
We're losing you a little bit, Joe. You're freezing there a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry.
Sandra said if he hits refresh, those problems might go away.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said have him hit refresh.
I know.
Yeah.
Hit refresh, Joe.
Yeah. And if you accidentally pop yourself out, just pop yourself back. Half a second.
Maybe have
Let's
to
open. Let's open some mail while we're waiting on Joe, shall we?
Excellent. Excellent.
While you do that, I'm going to try to find some more pictures.
Yes. So John, how close are you?
I'm I'd say 35 minutes from Greenwich. Not that far. Not that far. I mean,
not bad at all,
I stopped in there the other day. I was at work and I popped in the other day.
Tony, how far is it from Greenville to Greenwich?
A little ways.
It's a bit of a jaunt. It's a bit of a jaunt.
How you like that, kids?
You did not. Oh, yeah, I bet you did, Tony.
What was it? I couldn't see. I had my
It's a
chat.
Zippo. He just showed you a Zippo lighter in a box.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had my chat over top of it. So, sorry.
Let's see what is.
What is it?
Ooh. Ooh. Nice. That is pretty. So check it out.
Oh,
Nice.
man, look at this. That's
Damn.
awesome. That is
Wow.
awesome.
Dude, that's your thumbnail.
Oh, man, that is so cool,
That's
Tony.
an official one.
There's your thumbnail.
That's like an official licensed product.
Franken Zippo. Keith
Franken
Campbell.
Zippo.
Keith Campbell said, what about an entire titanium trim? I saw one a while ago. I think it was about 1,500. Depends what you want. I mean, it's not important to me. I'm not out playing gigs 4 or 5 nights a week or any nights a week at this point. So, you know, I'm not going to do that
Nice.
with wear and tear, but it looks kind of cool. I mean, but out of my price range. But I think that's
Yeah, who was that I saw had one? The Chad was showing off some of his guitars. It was somebody else too. I think it was R2, R3 Locking Nut. I believe he had one too.
There you go, baby.
They are nice. They are so nice. Look at that.
you can do some of the parts, but like see the actual screws in the back. Those
Yes,
are the
sir.
titanium ones. You can see because they're all matte. It looks really badass. I mean, the full titanium is the entire thing, including the bar.
Yeah.
But it's you know, it ain't cheap.
I thought we had Joe back there for a second.
I thought we did too. But yeah, it is cool looking, Charles. You're right. I mean, it's like that's the kind of thing if you're gonna be like
Wow.
who plays that's an awesome shot. Who plays one guitar, you know?
Yeah.
Then put the best on it.
There's Jimmy Vomvis right here. This right there. That's the man himself right there. He's got the logo shirt on there. The Van Halen.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you if it was the Frankie or the 5150. So it's the logo on it. I got you.
That's Jimmy.
That's cool.
The other godfather of the EVH Con.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's excellent, man.
What's
Cool.
your
So, while we're waiting on Joe, John,
There's Joe up there playing with the Ricky. This is from, I think, 2017, this one here, that shot. Let's see what else we got here. Scott Smith is there.
Oh, dude.
nice?
That is so cool.
Adam.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what else.
I love that paint job, man.
Let's see. Which one? That black one?
Yeah, like the Stealth 50.
Yeah, that's a stuff.
It almost looks like
VHS.
it almost looks like if you put it in a photo negative setting in like Photoshop. You know, I love that.
It's an opposite, right?
The chart, yeah,
It's like a negative, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Look at these guys.
There's Jimmy Carr over there on the right. Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
Anthony. Joe. Let's see what else.
I just like to say that name.
Jimmy Carr.
You know, there's a British comedian named Jimmy Carr. That's why.
Those guys are going, man, y'all are going to have so much fun. Brendan B. Squared is going also.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Brendan, we got to hear all about it, brother.
Brendan's
Pictures, I
like
need it
an
all.
hour away.
Keith Campbell, I agree. Craig does do awesome work. A lot of guys doing great work.
Joe's laptop died. I think he's going to be done for the night as far as that.
All right.
Yo, we love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out, Joe.
Wanted to thank everybody for having me.
Everybody.
Lots of video first and lots of pictures.
Yeah, we'll have to do something pretty cool on Sunday. We got to get some
I'm
video.
sure with that many people there, I'm sure you won't get a chance to live stream or anything, but take a bunch of video or at least still pictures, and we'll.
Tony, we're gonna try to live stream something. Listen, I'll iPad just set up, or I don't know. We'll just film.
Even if you just take some still pictures and you can narrate them for us in the future.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do a wrap up, and I'll have tons of still pictures of everything there.
5,000 word essay. This is worth 40% of your grade this semester.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's going to be a test on this.
When you're in school, they call you, instead of like sir or ma'am if you're a kid, it's master. So to be master Conklin.
This will be a great event this year. This will be a great event, and it'll probably be large.
You got to record whatever you play, John. I want to see that.
I told Brendan to bring one of the cigar boxes. Let's crank that thing up, plug that in there, and let's go. So hopefully he does. And
it'd be so cool.
Movies.
And it's like the Macy's Day Parade where they get a new float every year. Well, this year's new float is Rob Johnson's got the dragon snake.
Dragon float,
right, Rob? That's
right on.
Super cool.
This year's special one.
Can you imagine if someone came to the store thinking they were just gonna go to the store, didn't know, oh, maybe they're open today, and they just walk them, they're looking, they're like, what is going on?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
We'll see. I'm
sure
just
like a packet of strings for an acoustic.
I'm sure that we'll see more coverage of EVH Con this year than in years past.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Between the videos and everything, and so I can't wait to see it. Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. It'd be great to see all these guys. Every year we look forward to it. So and like I said, everybody out there knows that most of these guys from either Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, things like that. So it's gonna be pretty you'll see a lot of familiar faces.
Very cool, man.
All right, so
Rob actually is saying right now, some guy walked in a couple of years ago. He was like, "What is this? What the hell is this?"
Oh man! Hey Rob, I don't ever get to speak to you, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you in the chat. I love all of your input and video and your knowledge about everything Van Halen. It's really cool, and it's wonderful that you share it so freely.
Yeah.
Nice and I just wanted to let you know we appreciate the heck out of you, brother.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate you, man.
Very nice.
We got to get Rob on here.
Yeah, we
Rob,
do.
Above anything else, I love your enthusiasm that nothing is too over the top.
I like his tattoo. I think Tony got a really nice one, but Rob's is seriously right here on his forearm. So they're both awesome, but I love it, man. Very cool.
I first saw Rob, and I don't know how many years ago it's been now, but I first saw Rob doing an interview with Kurt, the winner of the Lost Weekend in 1984. Yeah.
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 Yep.
That's cool.
Super cool, man.
Yeah, you guys are going to have a great time. Oh, my Lord.
Kurt can't wait to meet Butt Cheeks.
Trivia question.
He's going all the way across the country. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Trivia question. This guy here has a full Edward Van Halen museum in his basement. Answer, that would be Rob Johnson, man. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
You got to get Kurt some New York pizza while he's here too.
Yeah. Hook him up, Rob. Don't make him a Patriots fan, though. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So Dudes, news of the day. I pick up the phone and I see, let me see if I have an image of it here. I do. I see this.
Oh, that looks cool. I like
Yeah.
Dirty Honey.
Well, we were just talking about this, like, a couple weeks ago, saying that's kind of weird that he's just kind of, cutting it so short, But
Yeah.
that was a smoke screen, I
You're
guess.
going right back out. Well, this is when does it start? When's the start of it? It's
February,
the
right?
beginning of January.
Is it January
Yeah.
or February?
Hang on.
It's kind of obvious too when someone doesn't. They're not. How can I put it in a non-crude manner? He's financially in a situation where he doesn't need to go on a tour if he doesn't want.
We'll look
Yeah.
at this
The fact that he's
first.
going on a tour means he wants to do it. He's loving what he's doing. He's loving being a touring musician, which
Yeah.
is great for us.
So
Yeah.
We benefit from that,
they're
It's
calling this the Young Guns Tour. And these guys, Mammoth and there they are. They are playing 29 dates in 41 days.
29 dates in 41 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wide open, man.
Yeah.
The Fillmore in Philly.
Yeah, Christopher Live Sawa said it. He told us that the drummer said that the spring tour was coming.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Christopher, you're the most concert going dude I know next to Keith Campbell, man. You guys are such rockers.
January the 21st at the House of Blues in Chicago.
So, they're coming to North Carolina, Tony,
They are.
right?
Yeah.
Right? And so, can I tell the story, Tony? Tony calls me up today. I'm coming home from work. It's late. I'm miserable. Phone. I look down. It's Tony. I answer the phone. He says, "You're not going to believe this, Charles." He said, he tells me about this tour coming, Dirty Honey, Mammoth. He says, they're coming to North Carolina. I said, what? He said, they're coming for 2 shows. One's in Charlotte and one's in Raleigh. The one in Charlotte is at the Fillmore. One of the smallest rock club in Charlotte.
The same in Philly. The Fillmore in Philly is not big.
There you go. We're talking tiny little club. Tiny.
Ritz in Raleigh is little.
Every seat, the furthest you'll be from the stage, anywhere in that club is 45, 50 feet from the stage. But here's the other thing. He says they're also coming to Raleigh. So they're coming to Raleigh on the 5th, Tony, and they're coming to the...
no, the 6th on
the 6th
Raleigh.
In Raleigh?
No, it's the 5th.
Yeah, the 5th.
It's on a Saturday.
And then they're coming to Charlotte on the 6th.
Next night, right.
And so he's going to get tickets for me and him for Friday. He's going to try to grab tickets on Friday for the 5th in Raleigh.
These
and
go
it's
on
at the
sale.
Ritz. The Ritz is, I believe, the smallest rock club in Raleigh. So we can't lose, man. We can't lose. I'm excited.
This place in Raleigh, dude, it's little and it's got a upper deck,
a mezzanine on the back.
Yeah, that isn't high at all. And it's nice to be up there, actually.
Well, I've been dying to see Dirty Honey. Dying. And I remember when we were at Wolfgang, Ty mentioned that he had seen Wolfgang in Columbia with Dirty Honey down in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yes.
And we looked at each other and we're thinking, man, I wish I'd have been there. And so anyway, Ty, if you hear this, brother, we're going to get to see the same lineup.
That was the only night that they played with each other on the whole tour.
Yeah.
Wolf said that they hit it off, and this is where this tour happened. But that was the Columbia headline show the night before Raleigh.
Yeah.
So this is from Wolf's site, and Dude, it's official.
The Rock is not dead tour.
That's it.
It is official. And they're going to march around the country.
Going to Germany.
Yeah, that's in June. That's in June
So
with the Scorpions.
I'm in heaven here. Pumpkin donut.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nice.
It's gluten free, so I can eat and not have my stomach hurt.
Excellent. Bro.
Joe, if you're still watching, sir, thank you for being here. That was so much fun. You
Yeah,
guys
Joe,
are going to have a
you rock,
blast this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get tons of pictures and as much video as I can.
Yeah. Nice.
As much as you can, John.
Once you get, and then we can
As much as you can, brother.
we'll do a
Hey.
wrap up and maybe get some other people to jump in on a wrap up or something show we can do next week
Yeah.
or whatever.
Might go live. Who knows?
I
Yeah.
see Holly Lewis is in the chat. Holly,
Hey,
how are you?
Holly.
It's good to see you.
So what? It's on Sunday. From what time are you there?
I think it officially starts at like 1 o'clock till like 6 o'clock, but you know, generally it always starts earlier and ends later, I guess. But I think that's the official time.
What about those who are watching, who are coming, who hadn't been in a few years? Or is the parking the same? Do you park in the back on the
Yeah.
street?
Like Joe said, it's
Sunday.
But it's on a Sunday. It's not as difficult to find parking. It's I don't think it's really been a major problem. You know, we had one guy that pulled up in his striped Dodge Viper. It was pretty
Nice.
cool. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
That
trying
makes
to-
a statement. That makes a statement.
Has anyone ever come in a DeLorean?
Yeah, Chris Hubbard could maybe he'll show up with the DeLorean.
That's what I'm wondering. I keep seeing his post with his daughters, and they're in the DeLorean. I'm like, do those kids know how lucky they have it?
Yeah.
Can ride to school in that.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
there
man.
it is.
What do you play? Secrets, you said?
Yeah, Secrets.
Nice.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is way
Wish we were going, Charles.
Well, Tony, we can make a couple of phone calls and I could blow off some commitments and burn a couple of bridges and we can make it happen.
There's no way I can, brother.
No, I can't either. I got to have some kind of notice to do things like that.
Little guitars right there. That's Joe
Look at
Girard.
that, man.
Nice.
Joe's
That
from
is
Massachusetts.
awesome.
He's got a Van Halen cover band too.
Nice.
And he's playing little guitars right there.
Wow.
That's so cool. Plus, you get to hear people playing Van Halen tunes all day live.
Yeah.
And
How can you
sing
go
Van
wrong?
Halen tunes. And
Yeah.
play bass and drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool, guys.
We would have a good time there, Charles, my
You
lord.
definitely would.
So John, do you see EVH Con happening elsewhere? Kind of like the KISS conventions or the Rush conventions?
I mean, I guess it could, but you know, this one is the original, so I'm biased towards this one, you know.
Would you do a North Carolina edition?
Yes.
You guys are just gonna have to come up to New York area. I'm sorry.
We are.
Oh,
road trip.
My problem is someone to maintain my household. Drive-wise, it's not so bad for me. It's like 3 hours, I think. It's not that bad. My commitments at home are my problems.
Yeah,
If it was tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow, yeah, I'd just drive up.
But still.
Weekends are tough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, a lot of arrangements. But yeah, so maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it was
That sounds
this
like fun.
week until like
I
a
mean,
week ago.
and each year, John,
Oh,
we
there you
hear
go.
about this
Nice.
every single year.
Oh yeah.
You know, all of us do.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about it forever. Like I didn't know there was what 6, but I had heard of at least 3 or 4 of them.
Here you go. There it is.
There you go. Very cool.
That is a commitment. Look at that.
Oh, that's a little
Oh,
more
that's
than a
not a commitment,
commitment.
bro. That's a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle. There you
A
go.
lifestyle. Look, even hold on a second. Even pets are allowed. See?
Oh, look at that. Adorable, man.
Nice.
There he is. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Good time.
Don't tell me Rob's dog's
What
name.
else to do?
Don't say it. I'm gonna guess it.
I don't even know the dog.
Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna look in the chat. I don't have the
love
chat
can
up
do.
right now. Barney.
Yep.
Am I right?
I
Yep.
don't know.
Am I right, chat?
That dog, yeah. That little
I
one.
think you're correct. I think
That's
you're right.
fine.
Yeah. I've seen him on a couple of videos
Yeah.
on Rob's channel.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let me show you this photo too here. So Craig Stafko, everybody knows Craig too. He'll be there, and he brought his wet dry wet setup, and you'll see it right here. And we also have
Did you
Les
bring
Paul.
the full H&H V800 power amp and everything.
Well, no, he doesn't have an H&H, but he's got a power amp here. He's got like a 2,000 watt power amp. You know, all the components are there. You know.
Who has maybe it's Hubbard. One of those. I thought one of those guys has an H&H in his rack.
Yeah, a friend of mine that I'm going to try to get on the show. He built an exact replica with he's got the H&H. He even went as far as the Palmer speaker simulator. You couldn't get the. They still make it, but you couldn't get the same face on it. They changed the front of it.
It was like the one from the PGI 03 to 04 or something.
Yeah, so he went like way overpaid and got the original face plate on it. I mean, so I'm going to try to get him to come on here.
Yeah, people paying to get rolling DC 30s, and I'm like, they're noisy as hell. You better
right.
get modern.
Yeah.
You know.
So I would imagine, John, each year that there's wet, dry wets walking in the door left and right. Is that how
I was going to ask that?
Not really, because they take up so much space. Like you'll see, we couldn't even put this on the stage. This had to go in front of it. Now, at the very left end of it, there's Les Paul Gibson's Friedman half stack down there, which is beautiful and sounds freaking amazing. But
sure it does. Sure
but
does.
Look at this photo here. You'll get an idea. Look how much space. Look at the wet.
Oh my goodness!
In front of the stage.
Nice.
Wow.
And it sounded amazing.
Wow.
I have one over here. I have it. You know, it's in pieces right now. A bit of a scaled down version. I got a 412, a 212, and a 112. I have every combination here, but I use the 112 and the 212 for the left and right, and I use the 412 in the center for the dry. And it's my power amp, like one of the channels is shot on it, so I got to get another power amp. But it just sounds amazing. It really does. If people have never gotten close to a wet dry wet, it's unbelievable.
That's next level stuff. Next level stuff, guys.
Yeah. So here's another kind of group shot.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
It's like the end of the day kind of deal.
So let me show one that I was reminded of. Lenny sent me this from. This is just a couple of years ago, and let me highlight this. And this is Mary and Dave.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, we love Mary. We absolutely love Mary. That is awesome. We love Dave too, for that matter. That's a great picture.
Yeah.
There's Mary.
You know, Lenny, we really need to get you on here, girl.
We need a guitar pick that has Dave and Mary in the middle, or just Mary in the middle of it.
That's awesome. That is so cool. Oh, hey,
Nice.
let me mention, you know, I had mentioned to Holly, I'd mentioned I was going to do an unboxing for your poster tonight. And before the show, we talked about it. We all have a whole bunch of stuff that we need to unbox. There's a ton of it. So Tony, correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to do that on Saturday. Is that what you're thinking?
Which one?
Well, this coming Saturday, I think it was.
Which unboxing are you talking
Well,
about?
you know, I've got Holly's poster, and I've got another. I'm going to have a couple more things. We talked about it.
Why
Um,
don't we unbox her poster now
I have no problem with it.
since she's here?
And she does, you know, she's in the chat
Yeah.
right now, Tony.
She's
So,
in, yeah. So speaking of Holly, let me say this. Have I got something up here? There will be a link in the chat. Just a second. Yeah. Holly's link. All right. Holly's link, let me highlight myself here. To get yourself one of these right here. Let me hide the glare. Anyway. Her links are down below. This is something that is a must get.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, since this is a poster, let me go ahead and pop this here. Cover that up. God, Holly, you know how to pack stuff, don't you, girl? This is good. This is good.
Let me highlight Charles, and I got an unboxing after that too, dude.
Cool. All right, so since this is a poster, I don't want to wrinkle or crinkle it or do anything. So, Holly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a frame and have it matted nice, and I'll show it finished. Hopefully, I can get it done here in the next week or so. Is that okay? That'd be all right? Excellent. This is so cool. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I don't want to wrinkle it, you know, trying to open it up without a table.
Hold the.
She wrapped it up so good. It's
Oh, I
rolled up
know. It was
in
rolled
paper
up
and
in nice paper and lace and.
she don't mess around. She doesn't mess around, guys. Here, I'll tell you what. I got it like this here. I'll do this. Give you this one right there. There it is, just like that. Anyway, I got to set it up and put it into a frame. Holly, I can't wait to read the poem. Outstanding. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
It will resonate.
Yeah. I've been waiting to read it, and
Yeah.
you know, I've caught little excerpts, but I've been waiting to read it in full to have this.
And hold up that box too, Charles. Let's show them how it's going to come. And that poster is a 18 by 24.
It comes in a triangle box, three-sided triangle.
Yeah.
And it's sealed. It's kind of inside encapsulated inside, so it won't be damaged. They'd have to crush it.
It comes nice.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you so much. You know, I said before, I love fan-made memorabilia. I think it is extra special. I think it shows a certain extra level to who we're celebrating. So
and the proceeds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Halen
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Thank you, Holly. You
but
rock,
it's
bro.
lovely. It is lovely as can be. Her links are down below, and yeah, nice to see you, Holly.
You rock, Holly.
Yeah, yeah. Cool weather, Charles.
Man,
It's
it's getting
coming
cold.
to the south,
It's getting cold. It's no joke.
dude. I am not a fan, but I am a fan of this.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah.
I have no need for a Zippo lighter. I have no need
You need
whatsoever
to have
for
a
one.
I don't
surprise.
either.
But I want one bad.
I don't
I just
either.
want one.
The
Daniel,
only
it's a
thing I
lighter.
need this for is to light
Are
the
you stuck
grill.
in the woods and you need to light a fire to survive for warmth?
No,
Van
I
Halen
light the
Zippo
grill.
lighter.
That's it.
That's doing it in style right
I
there,
don't
right?
spark
Your
nothing
ex,
else.
not your favorite person, and she just happened to leave a gasoline can outside of her trailer. Well, Van Halen Zippo lighter. Not saying what to do with it. That's up to you, son.
No, that's probably simply for to go in the display, and I'll never
Yeah,
use it. Yeah.
kind of like
No,
tire thumper I have in my car. Right?
these lighters like this. When I was a young guy, I smoked,
Yeah, you
and
did.
so it was a point where I got a Zippo lighter, not a striped one, but a Zippo, and I bought a little can of the,
Lighter fluid,
and
right?
so
Yeah.
I set. Well, I remember leaving my house and driving, and I had this thing in my pocket in the front right and on down in there in jeans, and somehow I put too much stuff in the, and man, I pulled over, and a red spot that size
All right,
on
on
my
your leg.
leg.
Right on
Yeah,
your leg. Just burning away, right?
yeah. Last time I used one of them damn things.
Yeah. Zippos, man. They're cool. They were their feature. They're old school as can be. My
Oh yeah.
dad had a Zippo lighter, so they've been around forever. You
You
can light
know
them in
that
a wind.
sound.
You can
Clink.
light them and they'll stay lit in a wind. I don't know how strong a wind, but yeah, I like that lighter, Tony. It's sharp.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Charlie S.
Charlie S, what's going on, bro? Good to
All
see
right.
you.
I just like the way the butane smells.
Yeah, that's a bonus. That's a bonus.
Right?
So before we dive into that last unboxing, all right, so let me pull up a couple of things and let me. All right, so where is he at? All right, so our friend Brendan B. Squared handcrafts these lovely cigar box guitars that look like this.
Custom.
Yes, and his links are down below in the description. Huddle up with him and he will make you something.
Very cool, Brendan.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And if you want
Zippos was not
a 6-string Neil Daly Custom Designs, his links are down in the description.
It's coming up hopefully Saturday on Show Me Your Pick. I've got a Frankie coming from Neil. It's already been shipped. I expect it on Friday. So if
You
everything
have
goes
let
correct,
you have let the cat out of the bag there, Charles.
yeah, and we'll unbox it on Saturday, hopefully on Show Me Your Pick, and then we'll probably plug it in and play it a little bit the first chance we get on the next show.
Nice, Charles.
And we'll get Neil in here. He builds great guitars, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is that. Yeah, that's gonna be. I know you are.
Tony said it took him a half hour to unbox his Frankie, and I swear I can do it in 15 minutes, you guys. I'm going to try my best.
He had it
Uh,
wrapped up nice.
I understand you could put a chain on it and drag it behind a truck and
You
then
could have
still
drug
unbox
it.
it and it'll be okay.
You could have drug it
So
behind the truck.
yeah,
That's right.
let's enjoy this. It's going to be fun. So
Nice, nice. Saturday. So yeah, he didn't know when he wanted to, if he wanted to do a live stream or to do it on there or wait the next Wednesday. So Saturday, show me your pick. Yeah,
get it out of the box.
which is, have I got a card? And Queen.
Yeah, we're doing Queen,
We're
guys.
doing Queen this week. Yes, Queen.
Love Queen. I like Queen's early stuff. Their early stuff. Tie Your Mama Down. That's Queen.
Yeah, yeah, nice. So Wolfgang has announced a new co-headline tour, and how I'm hearing it, they're gonna co-headline one night and one the next is how they
Cool.
said it. So that starts a couple weeks into the new year, and they'll run till early March.
Have a good night, Janice.
Thanks,
Take care,
Janice.
Janice.
Nice
Love
to
you.
see you. Um,
What's up, Charlie?
yeah. So, all right.
Okay.
Let's here it is. All right. All right. I'm gonna pop this thing open. Oh, how we doing here? All right. Now that cool weather's coming, wow. All right. Winter gear. Mm. Oh Lord, have mercy. You ready for
Show us your
this?
cards, baby.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah, it's cold weather and you know, um, just a little new something for cool weather.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, Tony, I got to step up my wardrobe, brother. That's
It gets
really
sick.
nice, buddy.
It gets sicker.
Oh,
That is so cool.
All right.
are you going to?
There ain't
That's
nothing
very
on the
rare.
sleeves. All right. You ready?
There he goes.
You ready?
Oh wow!
Oh, man.
Look at that.
That's beautiful, man.
That is very,
Absolutely beautiful.
that is very rare.
Wow, Tony. Outstanding.
It's yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like 1 of 50 or something.
Uh, So let me show you guys this that I almost knocked over. I unboxed these last week, and I bought some frames for them.
Oh, Tony, those are great, dude. You
That's
just
not
don't have
great.
wall space for those. I got some wall space over here. I'd be more than happy to hang those for you.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
yeah.
You could
So
have
these are
them
pretty
right there.
cool.
Charles would have them there. He could make sure they're in the shot.
That's
So
it.
that way,
You can look at them anytime I'm on the show. It'll be beautiful.
exactly. It would be like visiting them,
Yeah.
They would just be on loan, right?
That's the way it rolls.
You'd have a little plaque underneath that said on loan from Tea Cake with a little hyphen over the T.
That's it. Nice, Tony. Those are absolutely beautiful, buddy.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Absolutely beautiful.
I will be wearing that now that it's cool. Not to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so big news of the day. I guess maybe this was announced yesterday. Anybody want to correct me?
Hey, the thing is, I saw the
I didn't
Dirty
see it
Honey
until this
announcement
morning.
yesterday, but I did not see anything about Mammoth Wolfgang yesterday. I didn't see it. I could have missed it. But.
So let's look at this. Dirty Honey debuts at number 2 at the same time that Mammoth WVH debuts at number 1. Okay,
Yeah.
with no label or no label support.
Yeah.
Just
Grassroots.
yeah, dude. And
Right.
they toured with they tour with the Black Crows
Black
and
Crows.
getting stand the nose every multiple nights yeah. So it's gonna be a good show. They played Mammoth did a headline show in Columbia that Ty Price went to the night before our show, and he said they were great.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
In fact, while we were eating dinner, I got Ty's ear, and him and his lovely wife were sitting there, and I listened to him talk about that show for almost 3 to 5 minutes straight. And I said to him, I looked right at him, I said, man, I wish I could have seen that lineup. And he goes, yeah, it was just one night. Boom. I never even thought we'd get another shot, Tony. But we're going to go. So
It was the
cool.
only night that they did a show
The
together.
only one. That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Was that Columbia show.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And they're doing a whole run in the winter. So I mean, if he's added this and it's barely November, might be more springtime stuff in between that and Europe in June.
I didn't think he was going to waste a lot of time. You didn't think he was going to waste any time, but
I think
I didn't see this coming.
January 21st through March the 6th. Yeah. Hey, I'm as happy as I can be. Friday, 10 a.m. Tickets go on sale everywhere.
That's right.
Very
cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes. So,
John,
yeah.
I want to hear everything about EVH Con. I want pictures, photographs, videos.
Try to cover it all.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy myself too, though.
Oh, you can have fun. All the fun you want, brother.
You can have a little bit of fun.
Not a problem.
Oh, those guys, man, you guys are gonna, and you guys be safe too.
Oh yeah, and
lot
Brendan
of you,
too. Yeah,
a lot of you
leave Brendan
are
out.
coming from a little ways away. Some close, some a little farther, and some. Kurt, have a safe trip, dude.
You too, Kurt. Yeah,
Thanks
bro.
for everything. Have a good night.
Tony, I'll see if we can jump on and go live at a certain point, maybe early on, and if everything's all set up and stuff like that, we can do a little walkthrough of some of the stuff there.
If you want to, sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
if it's
I'll
convenient,
yeah,
let me know.
yeah, we'll do something
Yeah,
like that for sure. Definitely.
sounds good.
Yeah.
So there you have it. EVH Con 6, Greenwich Music, Riverside, Connecticut, this Sunday, the 7th. Yeah. So
Can't wait. I gotta think. I want to get up and play. I don't know what song I want to get up and play with the band this year.
That's what all the other guys going are saying.
So
Everyone's doing the same
what do you
thing,
guys do? Do you play a couple of songs each? As I know there's probably more guitar players than singers or bass players, but how do you work it?
Yeah, it basically just continues throughout the day. Just people jump up to like 2 songs, and then they, then the next
Right.
person gets up, and then people are huddling and talking with each other, and some people go outside if it's a nice day and outside the front door so you can hear each other because it can get loud in there, and it just moves the whole day. You get some people that would pop in and they would just stay for a little while and then they'd leave, things like that. It was pretty cool. Thank you, Holly.
So how many of the 85 are singers, bass players, and drummers?
Well, it's basically the same band, like the same bass player. Most of the time, Jimmy's got a band called Halen CT, and they're like a Van Halen cover band. They're like the Connecticut cover band, Van Halen, and they're great. And his bass player Jeff is a phenomenal bass player. Most of the years he's been, the majority of the years he played bass. He plays the whole day pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And it's pretty much the same drummer that'll be there for the whole, I think I'm trying to think if Jimmy's drummer is going to be there this year. I think it might be Jimmy's drummer from his band will be there this year too. So, and those guys, Jimmy and those guys, they have a huge catalog of, they could, you throw out a name of a song and they'll play it. So
yeah, nice.
So it's
well, I'm sure between all of them, you hear probably a wide variety of stuff.
Oh yeah, and I think Joe Girard, who's got a band up in, I think he's in Massachusetts, is I think they may be called Romeo Delight up there, and I think he's bringing maybe his singer with him, so he's going to sing. So it's kind of cool because you get the mashup of the New England type of VH cover bands right there,
Yeah, so. I heard of a band that you mentioned that a couple of years ago. They were called, I think they called themselves Van Hagar, and they raved. They did pretty much Hagar only stuff, maybe a little Roth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know these guys, but I hear great things about the singer. Yeah, I hear he can sing.
I've seen them live. Van Hagar is their name. They're from Long Island.
Yeah,
and they're nice guys. They've popped in. I think they popped into the EVH Con on the way back from like a gig in like Rhode Island or Massachusetts, and they were on their way back from Connecticut because it's literally right off of I-95, the major thoroughfare. You guys know I-95. It goes all the way down to Florida. Is basically right behind the building where Joe's store is. It's right there. So they were headed back from Massachusetts or wherever, and they stopped in for a little while there. So and their guitar player usually he's been there for a couple. I think he's been a couple of them. Bill Kelly, he's been there. So yeah, it's good. Everybody knows each other. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool. Hey, Holly Lewis just sent me a picture. Her poster ended up at Sunset Sound today, and Drew took a photo. I don't know if I can. Every time I try to do this, it never turns out right. There it is.
It got dark. Hold on.
Almost. Wait a minute. Let me do that. Right there. There it is. I'll try it again.
Yeah, there it is.
right there. I'm sorry, you
Florida.
guys. That never works out for me on this.
Hold
Anyway,
still.
here, I'll try it right like.
Hold
Yeah,
still.
there you go. That's pretty decent right there. You can see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is so cool. That's
That
right
is
on the soundboard. Drew took the picture for Holly. You absolutely rock, girl.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I hope this poster stretches far, far,
Yes.
far around the world.
Yes. We hope it's doing well,
Yeah.
Holly. Yeah. And thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Holly.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, EVH Con this Sunday. There's another glimpse of.
So there's Rob Johnson in the back. There's Mark Huzansky. You guys probably know Mark from Tone Talk, the show that with Dave Friedman. Mark's the other host of that show. So
Yep.
Mark comes up from Florida sometimes for EVH Con.
Nice.
So there are a lot of familiar faces that people know from all the VH boards and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great day.
Let me ask you this, John, and if I don't ask you now, I'm never gonna remember. So I pulled this out of a pile of shirts. I hadn't laid eyes on it in forever.
Oh, look at that. That was from Las Vegas. I didn't go to that one. That was in Las Vegas, I believe.
I think
that's where they held
Hollywood.
it. Oh, Hollywood. Okay. Oh, that was later. That was 2000. Yeah, wow. That was kind of right before the it kind of, I forget when it kind of dissolved the whole list, but it was around
Yeah,
that. It
right.
wasn't long after that. It wasn't long
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Cool shirt, man.
That was a great thing back then because it was just the internet was just in its infancy, and to have that thing where that was like the first place, it was primitive compared to like what we got here right now, but it was. It's so funny because so many of the names of the people I still see their names all over the place. Like Rob Johnson, Jimmy Vonvis, Rob was on there. I remember all these guys' names from that, and but there was a lot of great people there. And you know what? Van Halen was so great to us in '98. I mean, with the meet and greets and the tickets, the free tickets to the, they were really. I mean, I know they were kind of, it was like a grassroots thing in a way because
Right.
Gary is their new singer, and but even so, they're the biggest American rock band, really hard rock band of all time, and
Oh yeah.
for them to scale it back like that, and like I said, Valerie Bertinelli was on there all the time with us talking about anything. Like I said, putting pull-ups on Wolfgang, so because he peed himself and or whatever when he's at night, and we'd be talking about our kids and wearing pull-ups and stuff like that. It was just crazy stuff like that.
That's about as real as it gets.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Yeah. She was very, she was
I
very
saw that
approachable on there.
picture.
She's very approachable, and it was great. And because of that, because Brad Starks, who was a great guy who ran the Van Halen website and stuff like that, and Scotty Ross, and who's their tour manager, and between them and Valerie, I mean, they were really great to us. And I even got to go out to the premiere party for Van Halen 3 in LA, and that was just freaking. Awesome. It was in the old, we talked about it before, where Gazzari's used to be, and it was just great. And there was so many great people on there that I met on the mailing list. So, is
that where the shot of Eddie, him leaning out, waving, came from?
Oh no, that was actually at the Guitar Center. They were doing a rock walk induction. And we just happened to, we got to LA the night before, and we went there because we had bought the Ernie Ball guitars, and we got them very early. My friend, the guy that built the rig that I want to get on here, he's got every color of those Ernie Ball guitars. He's got some collection of stuff. So
Wow.
Yeah, in cases and unplayed. It's amazing how many he's got, and he's got even a bunch of Wolfgangs that have never been played in cases and stuff.
Mm.
And he's got a beautiful, like an amber one, Ernie Ball, signed by everybody. I think the only one that didn't sign it might have been Alex or something that didn't sign it. But he's got Mike. He's Mike, Sammy, and Eddie on it, but he doesn't have Alex, I think. But that's a pretty amazing
He
guitar.
has all the Music Man colors though.
I think he's got every color. Yeah.
Wow.
The gold and the flat, like flat gold and flat black.
I'm not sure if he has those two. I don't know, but just cases and cases of them, and then unplayed. It was amazing all the guitars he had. So we stopped into Guitar Center because I think the guy that was the manager at the time, I think he went on to be like a big guy in the Guitar Center, the food chain there. But so we stopped in there and we were talking to him, and he says, "Hey guys, you should hang around. He goes, Eddie's going to be here, today." And we're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, like 1:00. We're doing a rock walk induction." And it was kind of cool. They did Ted McCarty, who was worked at Gibson. He's like Paul Reed Smith has a guitar called the McCarty. He was like a huge figure in in Gibson early on in the day. I think he designed guitars, and I know he had a lot to do with the Les Paul and stuff like that. I think he even may have signed Les Paul, the signature on the actual real Les Paul. That was his. He wrote Les Paul. It wasn't. I don't think it was Les's signature. I may be wrong, but I thought
he designed it.
Yeah, he designed it, and I think he signed.
He designed the Les Paul. Les Paul just endorsed it.
Yeah, and I think Les told me that he had to learn how to sign his name to look like the signature on the. I'm pretty sure Les said that. Yeah, so but yeah, he was one. The guy from the Ovation Roundback Guitars, Bill Command, they were putting him in the Rock Walk induction, and they were doing Ernie Ball himself, Mr. Ernie Ball himself there. So that's why Eddie was there. He was with Sterling Ball, his son. And there were a few other people there. Remember that band Dramarama? Do you guys remember them from like the 80s? Yeah. Their guitar player was there. Tracy Guns was there. There was a couple other people there. Oh, Albert Lee. Yeah, I saw.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a picture with him in the parking lot.
Music
man.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we hung out for that. It was actually pretty. It was pretty cool. So
nice.
Yeah, but
Sweet.
It was a good trip. But,
Sweet.
It's a big week, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have some interesting VH stuff,
Absolutely.
So, who's got the rig going in Joe's place this year?
I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to do the wet dry wet this year. I think it's going to be scaled down a little bit, just like maybe a 412 cabinet in the head, probably an EVH head. I'm assuming EVH. We all have that kind of stuff, but I got this amazing new pedal, and I think I'm going to bring it and maybe plug it in. It's called the Carl Martin. It's like a boutique pedal maker, and it's called the Panama pedal. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it. The name of it is the Panama pedal, and it's basically an overdrive pedal, but it sounds just like a Plexi, like that 1984 Van Halen sound. It's actually pretty incredible. There's a guy that does the guitar tutorials. He's the British guy. He's bald. I'm trying to think of his name. I don't know if you guys have seen him. He does the Hot Licks tapes. Those the DVDs, and he always plays an Ernie Ball style guitar.
Is his name Simon something?
I don't think it's Simon something. I can't.
He's tall.
He's tall and he's bald and he's British.
I've got his face is right here. I
know who you mean. I don't remember the name though.
Yeah, so
he's Ernie Ball. He's really tall. He's bald.
Yeah, so he did a video on the anniversary of Ed's passing, and he did Panama.
Jamie Humphreys.
That's it.
That's it.
Tom, nice.
That's it.
Jamie Humphreys. Wow. That's him. Yeah. So he did
definitely gets the from me.
You get a prize. You get the prize for that tonight.
I can't believe you pulled that one out.
Yeah. Poo Ninja knows about that pedal. Carl Martin nailed it, and I'm telling you, it's incredible. So he used it on Ed's like October 6th, he put out a video of him playing Panama, and he got the solo. I guess he had done it before, but he never got the solo right. But this time he got it right, so he was showing a tutorial of it. But he was using this pedal, and it sounded incredible. I was like, I gotta get this pedal. This sounds great. So so I got it, and sure enough, I put it on the 5153 on the clean channel. It's like an overdrive. It's almost like that 5150 overdrive, but it gives you like a plexi sound. It's just Pete Thorne does a tutorial on it, but I highly recommend this thing. It's incredible. It sounds really like a Marshall with this thing. So
Well, John, you say that you're just going to do this, but you, like Rick said, as on the show, you never know what's going to come through that door.
That's true.
So come
right.
Sunday, you
You're
never
right.
know.
You never know. You never know. No.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Man,
I can't wait to see the coverage from every angle, from everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be so much fun.
Definitely.
All right.
Very cool, John. Very cool. Hey, special thanks to Joe. Thank you so much, Joe, for coming on here.
Yeah.
Joe was great. Joe.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Thank you, Joe.
Very cool.
Once again, folks, EVH Con 6 this Sunday, November 7th, Greenwich Music, Riverside, Connecticut.
Next week we'll do a recap on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. Yeah, so kids, don't forget North America Wolfgang goes on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
Right there.
Yeah. So I hope they are coming to a venue near you. Mammoth WVH and Dirty Honey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
Got to have it.
Yes, so they are calling this thing the Young Guns Tour.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. You know, Charles, I'm in fact, I hate to admit it, but it's on a Sunday night work night, but I want to go to Charlotte as well. I don't want to just go to Raleigh. I want to go to both of them.
You know, it's funny you said that, Tony.
Dude,
it's really funny you said that.
Dude,
because...
let me interrupt. Dude, how can somebody with the name Van Halen come to the state of North Carolina and me not go?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I think we should make this happen.
Yeah.
You're done.
I think we need to make this happen.
You drove up here last month on a work night, and I had a short drive home. Now you'll have a short drive home, and I'll
have a long drive on the first night though, because it's even further. I think. Yeah.
One good night for one shit tired day.
Yeah.
Where Wolf's playing in near North Carolina State University, from the RBC Center, Charles, is probably 2-3 miles.
Oh, is it really that far?
Close.
Is that it? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is right around the corner.
We need to make it happen, Tony.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Friday, 10 a.m. The Young Guns Tour goes on sale across the board. January 21st through March the 6th.
I need to add
29
a Dirty Honey
days and
t-shirt to my
40.
repertoire of t-shirts anyway. So
Yeah, so yeah, gonna be fun. Hope you can all make it. We're gonna get gone. Guys and girls, thanks for watching.
love you guys.
Charles, Tommy,
Thanks for hanging out.
John, always a pleasure. Guys, let's see where I'm at up here. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Meeting Joe,
Absolutely.
getting to know more about this event. Um, I know Joe wants this kind of low key this year, but this could be more and more and more each year in a hurry, you know.
I can see that
Um,
happening.
so
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right, because now that Van Halen the band is gone forever, there's still a hunger for Van Halen stuff out there from the fans. So
Right.
this
Right.
it's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? So hey, why not something like this? It's true.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be shocked at all
No.
if a group of guys on the West Coast got together and did the same thing. You know. Yeah. And maybe I'm sure everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
So
Yes, they do.
yeah. So yeah.
You gotta
Because
get and to sing Happy Trails.
that's it. Bomba dee da bomba dee da.
Everyone there, that would be great. Just set up a camera, record it.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. We're going to get going. Thanks for watching.
Be good, you guys.
We really
Thanks, Rob.
appreciate it. We'll be back here next Wednesday. Halenville Live.
There you
These
go.
guys. Yes. Any last words there, Charles Green?
Hey, guys, just don't forget. Doesn't matter if you go north, south, east, or west.
Nope.
Halenville. Every road leads straight to Van Halen. Be well. Take care. And rock on, you guys. Take care.
Thanks for watching.